Welcome back. We're getting a news of a massive mishap that was averted after a foreign ship, a Vietnam merchant vessel, tilted at Visakhapatnam Port's West Key 5 berth on Wednesday evening. The ship went out of control. All of the 17 crew members of the vessel immediately jumped onto the berth. The incident took place while iron billets were being loaded on the 11,000-ton vessel, and as the crane operator wrongly loaded the blooms onto one side of the ship, that resulted in the ship losing its balance. And just take a look at these visuals, a massive ship getting to see right now. We have with us Ashish for more news and updates. Ashish, so we are seeing, that big ship tilted to one side. Tell us what exactly went wrong here.
Yesterday, this ship was scheduled to leave after collecting few loads from Visakhapatnam Port to its further destination. While the loads, the iron rods, what we are learning, were getting loaded on this ship, this particular ship, it tilted accidentally, and it went toward the port side. A massive tragedy was averted. What our sources at Visakhapatnam Port are telling us that at the time of this incident, this massive incident, several workers were present at the port, or even the crew members were also present over the ship. All those personnel who were present, working and involved in the loading and uploading of goods on this ship, they immediately evacuated the ship. They rescued themselves from the location, and now restoration work is on at the port. The traffic controller of the port has informed us that no traffic has affected or got affected because of this incident. However, few works at the port site is affected, and they are trying to clear this ship and this entire debris from the port as soon as possible.
Okay, I'm going to go straight across now to my colleague Ankit Tyagi, who will also just explain to us what exactly happened. Ankit, it would have been disastrous had this massive vessel tilted the other way. It could have sunk into water, but thankfully we can see, the ship tilted on the other side, touching the berth. Can you just explain to us what exactly went wrong?
Well, of course, it would have been a big tragedy if this ship would have completely tilted or sunk. The crew, in fact, was able to get out in time. It is a huge 1,100-ton cargo ship that you see of the Vietnamese origin flag is a Vietnamese flag. Now, at around 3:30 on Wednesday, when the iron billets were being loaded onto the ship, it's a very crucial process, Avantika. The operator of the crane who is loading those billets has to maintain the balance. What we are being told is that the operator could not keep that crucial act, and when about 1,200, about 1,200 metric ton of the iron billets were loaded, it all went on to one side, and the ship tilted towards the starboard side, and it only stopped at the berth. Things could have gone wrong from here as well, but what we have been told is, as of now, there has been an operation going on to once again try and get the ship back onto the normal level. There has been some damage that the berth on which in Visakhapatnam, the berth number 5 on which the ship was in fact docked. And apart from that, there has been slight damage to the ship as well. How much is that damage, whether it is going to hamper the operation for the ship or not, we'll only know once it is once again pulled back onto the middle level, the zero level, from where they will assess what kind of a damage it has been. But prima facie, it looks like the operator of the crane who was loading the billets onto the ship, he could not keep the proper balance, and that's why this a tragedy or this accident in fact took place in Visakhapatnam.
In fact, a tragedy was averted, isn't it, Ankit? Ashish, give me a quick update on the safety of the crew members on board this Vietnamese ship. Are they safe? Because we are hearing that once the ship began to tilt, they immediately disembarked. Is that true? Yes,
Avantika, all the crew members, fortunately, they are safe. Even the workers who were involved in this loading and process, they are also safe. The only damage we are learning is on berth side, on port side, damage is reported to the ship. What we are gathering from our sources at Visakhapatnam Port.
So these are the visuals of that massive ship, and it's touching the berth, tilting on one side. We hear that the crew on board the ship immediately disembarked, as Ashish just told us. Ashish, any safety teams, anybody else who have been now rushed to the spot? How will they now make the ship straight? What are they planning to do next?
It's a lengthy mechanical process. Now several cranes and other experts are also called in the airport, Visakhapatnam Port. It is a very important port at Eastern Naval Command. Also, nearly a Navy is also operating from nearby this port, this merchant port. So, of course, the port authorities are, however, not immediately seeking any help from Navy, but it is very likely if they'll feel any kind of discomfort or any problem or hurdle while making this ship fine, they will seek help from Navy also. But right now, Port Authority and its workers and its engineers are working to make this ship again standing and clear the berth side of this port.
All right, Ashish, Ankit, thank you both for joining us.